This is Jonathan Ober with another YouTube video for LacunaVegas.com. Today we're going to look at the Pages feature, and what I refer to as pages are basically the content down here. These are more static content where it's not changing that often, but it's still dynamic and then it can be updated. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at our mission page, and we're going to see that we have text here on the mission page. And we're just going to go ahead and go over here to our sidebar and find our pages or all pages area, and we're going to scroll down to our mission. Clicking on our mission will bring us up to the content that you see. You'll notice that our mission is the title. It's right here again with the permalink, real quick, easy access. And what we're going to do is basically make a little edit. So I am editing this site. But we're going to do some little things to that just to kind of go through the toolbar here. We can double click and highlight a word and hit bold. We can scrub through and highlight and do italic. I'm not going to go fancy with this, but we're just going to go through real quick some of these other ones. We have strike through, which probably won't ever use. Bulleted list, if you want to do some details for a product or on a page. Instructions, you can enter out of it to pop back out. You can also do a numbered list. Real simple. We have these things called block quotes. Maybe a customer has written a testimonial, and what we want to do is we'll click on that. Question about a t-shirt, and that will indent and italicize, kind of offsetting their quote. If you want to get out of it, you're going to have to hit return and then do the block quote again that closes that block quote area. We have our justification, left, centered, and right. I'm not going to explain those or show those. You know how to do that. You know what they are. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to just highlight this word and we're going to click this little link button. What that does is it brings up an interesting text box that basically you can give a URL hyperlink to any word, any group of words on a website. So maybe we want this word to go to Google. We're going to type in Google homepage. And because this example, this hyperlink is going off of LacunaVegas.com and going to Google, we're going to open it up in a new tab. We're just going to add that link. We're going to come back in to that button and we're going to click it again, but this time we're going to drop down to this little existing content area. We're going to hit that drop down and you'll notice that right now all of our pages and products show up here on this little scroll area. So if you ever want to link to a certain page, maybe when you want to highlight the birds item, and we want to, maybe we're talking about the red birds, so we're going to click on that. You'll notice it automatically puts the link in Lacuna Vegas. It automatically will put in the page title, but because we're staying on our URL, LacunaVegas.com, we're just going to click off of that. And I'm just doing these for examples, but you'll be able to see how this works here in a little bit. So we're going to add that link. This is a legacy button for older versions of WordPress, so we're not ever really going to use that. That's the more tag. It has a spell check. Basically, you can click that and it will go through your page, and it will put a little red line underneath anything that you spelled wrong. T-shirt is, if I click on that, T-shirt is typically a space in between, but nobody writes it like that. Let's see, spell check. You can also check in other languages if you're translating the site. This is a full screen mode. You can toggle that on and off, and basically what that does is it gets rid of all the sidebar stuff and just kind of puts you in the editor mode. Very rarely will I ever use that, so I'm going to hit exit. This is called the kitchen sink. This basically just removes that second line of editing tools. Honestly, I usually leave that open to both. And then this is to insert a next-gen gallery. We're only using that on the home page, and I'll show you how to edit that later. But that's a button that you can actually submit and add a gallery of photos to one page. And I can give you an example of that. Maybe you would be at a show somewhere, a Purple Door or Creation, and you might want to show your fans your booth pictures from that event or other event pictures, then you could create a gallery and then insert that gallery there. This text here, or this drop down here, allows you to add some pre-formatted text. I've only created heading 1, 2, and 3 for you. And basically that allows you to break up the content. We had down here the creation of Lacuna Vaegus, and that is an H2, and that is on the website shows up in this orange, just like the title area. We can also do underlining. We can do a full alignment, which basically looks like a newspaper, so there's no jagged edges on the sides here. Everything aligns out. You can colorize text. I don't recommend it because it starts to get neon and mismatched and things are just crazy. You have the ability to paste plain text from a text editor or Word. If you do things in Word, type it up in Word, and you have like bold, italic in that, it will maintain that formatting. You won't have to reformat it. You can also highlight all your text, like so. Actually, we'll just do the beginning, like so, and hit remove, and it will remove that text. You also have some, and maybe you'll use these because you have some alpha and omega type stuff, but you have some characters in here. So if you do want to use, maybe you want the omega symbol, you can actually put that in, and that will recognize in the browsers. You can also indent and outdent paragraphs. So if you want to, this is indent it. You can indent a paragraph, or if you want to undo, you can undo and redo. So that's pretty much the editor, and I'll just show you real quick. We're just going to preview those changes. Over here, you'll see that the hyperlink here, if I click on that, will open up a new tab. Go to Google. Cool new Google Doodle. We'll have to look and see what that's all about. And you can click here, and this will stay on the website, but it goes straight to the Flock of Birds page. So that's pretty interesting how that does that. Looks like I need to look at the coloring and recolor those so that they're white so that the bullets actually show up. Here's our block quote, and that's pretty much it. That's the editor. If you want to insert a picture just like you would in the products area, maybe you can grab a picture from your computer, or if you want to grab a picture from the store, just maybe featuring an item, we can do that. We can insert that into post, and if we preview again, you'll see now that t-shirt's there. I can click on that and get a zoomed in version of the t-shirt. So that's it. That's the editor. We don't want any of this stuff to happen live, so we're just going to go ahead and delete and bring everything back up. Let's preview that, make sure it looks good. Yep. And then we'll update and save. And the only other difference with some stuff here is you can update the file, and that will basically save all these new changes. Sometimes you might add a new page that you want to be below another page. Maybe if you're adding a sub page to our mission, and you just want it to be underneath of that content, you would well, obviously you can't do that with this page because this is our mission page. But if we wanted our mission to be underneath, I don't know, this is just for an example, underneath like contact us, you can do that, and that basically just changes the URL here. So we can update that, and now that'll be saved live. The only other thing, real quick, you can change the menu. If you come over here to Appearance and you go to Menus, we did this already with the home navigation on the sidebar, and we did this, and we can do this with both the main nav and the secondary nav. And what that means is main nav is this over here, secondary nav is this down here. So if you want to change the order, I'll show you real quick. We can put the girls button above the guys button. We'll just hit save. Just clicked and dragged in that menu area, and now girls are first. Again, we can click and drag, And guys are back. Same thing with the secondary nav. We switch over to this tab, and we can move our mission down to the end. Hit save. And come over here. We'll notice that our mission is now at the end. So real quick, easy guide to moving things around. Again, this has been Lacuna Vaegus, video I think 4 now, pages and menu navigation. If you have any questions, just let me know.